one of the things that you have to look out for. Please, please, please stay and watch for this, because so many people have made this mistake and lost money in 2022, and I don't want you to lose that money in 2023. Happy Money Monday and happy Dr. King's birthday. We're talking about hypes are changing in 2023, and here's how I believe you can win. But of course, before we do that, I always got to give you a chance to read this disclaimer. All right, let's get to it and do it. And I'm going to actually show you by example today, and I'm going to share with you from Extomine. This is one of the platforms that I had tremendous success with in 2022, and I believe it has a lot of the characteristics of some winning platforms that are going to be in 2023. But of course, before I get to that, I always got to say, no matter what platform it is, not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. Only invest what you're willing and able to lose, and always do your own due diligence. Let me step you through some of the features that I like about Extomine, why I think it's having the success that it's having. Of course, we never know how long any platform is going to be here, but why I believe it's having some of the success that it's having. And one of the things that you have to look out for, please, please, please stay and watch for this, because so many people have made this mistake and lost money in 2022, and I don't want you to lose that money in 2023 over something that's real easy to solve. So with that being said, one of the things that I like about Extomine is the plans and the way that the plans are structured. So let's take a look at those plans. All right, here are the plans, and here are some of the characteristics, some of the features that I like about the plans. The silver plan, you can get started with as little as $50 to $1,000. After 24 hours, you're going to make 5%. So let me break that down to you, why I think that's just an incredible option. Minimum $50. You can get in at $50, which is really, really low. That's really low. Now, we have some platforms you can get in with $20, $25, $10. That's all well and fine. But what I'm saying is, at $50, I've just seen platforms being a little more stable, have a little more stability, and last a little longer. That's just what I've seen. Now, that's not perfection or anything like that, but that's what I've seen. $50. Now, the maximum is $1,000, which was fine. Here's the key for me. The next two keys is after 24 hours. What does that mean? That means my money's not locked up. My money's not locked up. A couple of the platforms that I saw last year, several of the models that I saw last year were hourlies. Now, nothing wrong with the hourly, but I think a lot of them had some issues and some challenges last year, just because they were just, they were hourly, but then they really were like for, 20 days, 10 days, blah, blah, blah. But you could get it hourly. Well, they just didn't last. It didn't last that long. That was one of the things. With you being able to take your money out after 20, the whole thing, no penalty, nothing being held back, your whole profit and deposit after 24 hours. Why do I like that? Or the after day plans or after 24-hour plans? Because you can plan, you can have more of a strategy that way, right? You can say, I want to make 15%, I want to make 20%. And now you're taking it in and out enough times to make that happen, or at least that's the goal. It's no guarantees it could not happen, right? But at least you have that flexibility. If you have plans in some accounts, you're not able to take those out. It's just locked in for whatever period of time that it's locked in. Another thing about this is really quickly whether this works or not. You're not being strung along 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, wondering if is this going to work? It's not going to work. 24 hours. Either it works for you or it doesn't. What some people have done that I talked to last year is they went in initially, then it worked for that first turn, then they just kept rolling it back over, and adding a little bit more as they saw it kept going, or just rolling that whatever they had initially put in, just keep moving that back in, taking out profit, or you can keep that and put in that whatever you're getting. That's a way of compounding. So the first time you put in, you do 50. Let's say you do $100. Keep numbers real easy. You got 5%. After that, one day you got 105. When you go back in, you can go back in with 105. Then you just keep going that way. So there's different strategies on how you want to do it, whatever you feel comfortable with, but this gives you the flexibility to do that. A lot of platforms you don't have that level of flexibility. And that 5% is a great percent. It's right there. That middle term is not super, super high, where it's just like, wow, I don't know about that. I don't know how long that one's gonna last. And it's not real low, low in respect, right? So low is like 0.5% to maybe 3%, I would say 2%. And once you get started 3, 4, and 5, that starts getting a little bit higher. Great rate, middle road is just kept clicking out 5% per day for that period of time. That's a great rate. And so let's look at the other plans. So those are the features, the characteristics that I think is helping this platform have some success. Gold plan, $1,100 to $5,000, 10% after 24 hours. The diamond plan, $5,100 to $10,000, 24% after after 20. $5,100 to $10,000 after 24 hours. You're gonna get 15% ROI. And the platinum plan, $10,100 to unlimited. After 24 hours, you're gonna get 20% on that particular plan. So those are the plans. Now, let's go ahead and let's look at how long I've been in and how that's worked for me. All right, here is when I got started with Extomine, however you want to say it, November 15th. So yesterday, 60 days at 5%, in and out. It's just been delivered. 60 days. 5%, pretty easy math. You don't have to be a genius. That's 300% profit. 400% total return, right? Because 100% of that means you get your profit, you get your deposit back every day, right? You get your deposit back every day. That's 300% pure profit that this platform has just been clicking in, day out, for over 90 days. Let me just for grins gives, let me just see if it's not longer than that. I don't believe it is, but let's check. No, it's November 15th. Okay, I just want to make sure. So 60 days, 300% pure profit. Pure profit, 400% return on that time. And so when people say, "Oh, they're all a scam," you can't really make any money, this, that, and the other. That's fine. I never argue with anybody. They can have their own opinion and believe what they believe. Documentation is conversation. It just is what it is. 300% pure profit. That's one of the goals for me. Now, for anybody else, that's one of the goals for me. Is that yes, there are a lot of rug pulls in here. Yes, there are a lot of platforms that go away and go down. That's part of the program. If that's a problem for you, get out. Don't do this. It's hidden for you. What you hope is to get a platform like Extomine that not only makes up for that, the rug pulls, but gives you more profit, and just keeps clicking on. Now, once again, I have to say this. Any platform could go down at any time. Is there any guarantee that this is going to go on another 60 days? No. The guarantee that it's going to go on another day, 24 hours? No. But what I'm saying is, these are the type of things that you look for, that I look for. I'm not giving you any financial advice. These are the type of things that I look for. And when you catch one like this, you got something. Now it can make up, depending on how much you put in and put on the platform. It can make up for a lot of those rug pulls. You get a beast like this, and man, it just keeps clicking, and you just keep collecting. And we're talking about pure profit. We're talking about your balance is not locked in. If I wanted to literally walk away today and say, I don't want to do this anymore, 300% is great. I'm done. I could absolutely do that. But why would I? I just kind of like to ride them till the wheels fall off. especially when something's going good the way Mine is going. Now, here's one of the critical parts that you have to look at, and here's one of the things that a lot of people miss, and that's causing a lot of people to lose money on platforms. So let's go and take a look at that, man. All right, one of the most critical areas on every platform that the majority of people overlook is the FAQs. Sometimes it's obvious where they are, sometimes it's not obvious, sometimes you just have to get this information through chat. So on Mine, the FAQs, you have to go to About Us, and then you have to scroll down to find the FAQs. So I'm not going to go through all that. Don't worry about it. Here is the critical point. There's two things that I saw people get caught up in a lot in 2022, and one of them is more than the other one. Can I use different IP address? No, your account will be suspended when we found a different IP address for security purposes. So what that means is whatever IP address you use to log in, that's the one you need to stick with. Don't log in from a lot of different locations or whatever that creates that IP address change. To the degree that you can do it, log in, register, withdraw with the same IP address. So that's one thing. But here's the major thing. Can I make a reinvestment from my balance? You can actually make a reinvestment 3 times from your account balance. Now, a lot of times what happens is people like it so much, they like, man, this is just great. I'll just keep reinvesting from the account balance. You can do that 3 times. On time number 4, a lot of times people get locked out. They get locked in. What that means is you need to take the whole balance off the account and then go back in and reinvest. So can you do that? Yes. Here's another thing that you have to look for in the F, the A's, and the Q's is a lot of times you can only make go in on certain plans or even all the plans a certain number of times. So please be on the lookout for it. Read through the FAQs. If it's not there, reach out to chat. Say, hey, is there any limits on how I can make how many times I can make an investment? That's the question. That's the $1 million question that you need to ask for 2023, because that's going to solve a lot of your problems. That's going to solve a lot of your problems in going back in and you're getting your account suspended, and now you have to, sometimes it's just suspended, and now you have to pay another deposit to get it, and just all kind of headaches. So that is the $1 million question for 2023. Okay, guys. So I think 2023 is going to be an awesome year, especially in hypes. I really think you're going to see some exciting platforms. Mine, I believe, is going to be one of those platforms. Do I know that? Are there any guarantees? Not at all. But it has been cranking so far. Who knows how long it could go. Now, if you want to know more about Mine, make sure to watch this next video. If you want to be part of Mine, make sure to click on the link in the description and comments of this video.